Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Now, a few people, loved ones, relatives and so on, have told me that the Beatles have got a new song out. It's called Now and Then, and it came out, not long ago, the 2nd of November, and I'm going to be careful when I grab the guitar. I can't afford to have any more embarrassing mishaps. Anyway, I'm going to react to a Beatles song, which I wasn't expecting to have to do, but here we go. Excitement. Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Weird. Sorry, I'm just experimenting with the intro a little bit just to see what happens. The Beatles have released a brand new song featuring all four of them. It stems from a very rough demo recording that John Lennon made in the 70s. The demo was first worked on in February 1995 by Paul, George and Ringo as part of the Beatles Anthology project. But it remained unfinished, partly because of the impossible technological challenges involved in working with the vocal that John had recorded on tape in the 70s. But in 2022, a software system developed by Peter Jackson and his team, used throughout the production of the documentary series Get Back, finally opened the way for the uncoupling of John's vocal from his piano part. Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr recorded new parts for it, while the late George Harrison features via guitar parts that were kept from that shelved 1995 session. Paul said he had some doubts. Sir Paul said he had some doubts about making full songs out of Lennon's demos out of respect for the late songwriter's unfinished work. Is it something we shouldn't do? Every time I thought like that, I thought, wait a minute, let's say I had a chance to ask John, hey John, would you like us to finish this last song of yours? I'm telling you, I know the answer would have been, yeah, of course, go for it. Liam Gallagher appeared to have had an early listen to Now and Then, writing absolutely incredible biblical, celestial, heartbreaking and heartwarming all at the same time. When asked by a fan if he was worried he wouldn't like the song, Gallagher replied, "The Beatles could shit in my handbag and I'd still hide my polo mints in there." I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. It marks the completion of the last recording that John, Paul and George and Ringo... It marks the completion of the last recording that John, Paul and George and Ringo will get to make together, and celebrates the legacy of the foremost and most influential band in popular music history. I'm going to just play a little bit of the original demo just to get some context and see how difficult it would have been to extrapolate John Lennon's vocal from it.
I know it's true. It's all because of you.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, so wow. And then here is a short trailer about the song itself. I'm going to watch that too.
When we lost John, we knew that it was really over.
I was talking to Yoko and she said, I think I've got a tape of John.
Paul called me up and said he'd like to work on Now and Then. He put the bass on, I put the drums on.
It's the last song that my dad and Paul and George and Ringo will get to make together.
How lucky was I to have those men in my life?
This is so powerful, isn't it? Every time I see anything of the Beatles, when they've added the colour to it, and I don't know, it's always really moving. I can't explain it. Oh, I think it's because they're the best band that ever walked the earth, probably. Well, probably the most important. Fight me in the comments. Are you ready, guys? I might cry. Oh wow, so it's brilliant to see George Harrison playing guitar. Oh my god, I miss that guy. And Sir Paul McCartney, the greatest Beatle, and therefore one of the greatest musicians of all time.
And now and then.
This is a bit freaky. It's pretty strange to look at.
Now and then. I miss you.
And then people talk about people not aging. And look at Ringo Starr. He still looks like he's in his 30s. Okay, 1830s. Look. A passing helicopter? No, he looks really good. This is the weirdest clip. I've just stopped it at 1 minute 49, and it looks to all intents and purposes like the Beatles are in full Beatles regalia, standing beside one another. Well, sorry, George and John are in full Beatles regalia. I think Ringo's wearing a tracksuit. It's just really weird to look at. And obviously, you know, Sir Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr are advancing in their years, and the other two guys are as they used to be. But what do we think of this song? God, this is a real... I wonder if that's a George Harrison solo from 1995. Don't know, it sounds so Beatles-esque because it's kind of like it's a slide part. Wow, 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 wow. I wonder if I got anything I could slide. I'd slide with this lighter. Really George Harrison-y, but with a lovely bank of harmonies behind it. It's so beautifully done. There's some subtle touches in this. I mean, they could have gone, oh, look, we're the Beatles, so we're going to do a Beatles thing, and then just fully smashed you in the face with a Rutles-esque kind of parody of what we all think the Beatles sounds like. But there's real nuance in this. Like even the sort of string arrangement is quite subtle. And you know, it doesn't sound like what you'd normally expect, like a Beatles-y string arrangement to be. It's not like it's not completely in your face like an Eleanor Rigby or something. I love that footage of the Beatles in America when they're trying to play their songs in American football stadiums, I suppose, and they can't be heard over the screaming, the hysterical screaming. It's amazing, really. There's the strings doing something a bit more Eleanor Rigby-esque from about 4 minutes onward. That is pretty fucking good, isn't it? I mean, it's actually... You can hear it's a modern recording as well. It's, I mean, I know they've extrapolated the original vocal from probably using some sort of AI, I suppose. And, but the piano's crisp and clean, like a modern, you know, Godrich recorded piano or something. And it really sounds modern, but I don't know. There's just something beautiful about hearing those voices. Oh, man. That's moving. That's really good. Use the comment section to tell me what you thought of it. I was challenged by one of my friends, a journalist friend who shall remain nameless, to listen to that and then slag it off. I just couldn't do it. It's too good. Justin Hawkins rides again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, watch one of these two videos, and fear not, there are still 1 or 2 tickets available for my live Justin Hawkins Rides Again for the first time UK tour, and also some VIP and meet and greets and all that kind of stuff. Link to that in the description. Meanwhile, look after yourselves, listen to the Beatles' new stuff, and tell me what you think of it. See you on the ice, and adieu. That's it. Adieu. Okay.